Okay, so in today's lecture we discussed about audits, the significance of audits. What is the primary purpose of audit? Audit will ensure the implementation of the said policies and SOPs are implemented or not. The action of the implementation will be evaluated by the audits. So the purpose of audits is to maintain the regulatory rules of the adherence of regulatory bodies such as NABL, to evaluate the process of the lab, to identify gaps in the lab, class point. Then for competency of the lab staff, that the lab staff are up to date with their knowledge or not, to validate the instruments, to know the data integrity and its storage and its management, to know the customer satisfaction, patient satisfaction, and feedbacks from the patient satisfaction, and continuous improvement of the lab can be achieved by regular auditing of lab process. Right? This is the idea of audit. Then next we discussed about lab safety. Safety in the hematology lab. Some of the safety things like our Abhidham said, separate the sample collection area from the lab process area. Then a regular continuous improvement, continuous training to the lab staff, easy availability of the standard operating procedures. Can you tell me a few more points in SOPs? How an SOP should be there? Can I write SOP in Russian? Since I know Russian, can I write SOP in Russian? You can't understand. SOP should be easy to understand. They should be clear, they should be understandable, and they should be easily available. Okay? And the SOP should be up to date. Then space management. Then what else we discussed? PPE should be there in the lab. Fire management, environmental safety. Environmental safety include fire extinguishers. Then what is this? Proper current supply. Proper sockets should be properly inserted in the power sockets. Then what is this? Space. Labs must have a proper space and proper ventilation. Ventilation should be there in the lab. And also we discussed about restriction of the persons entering into the lab. Then other safety protocols include signages, warning symbols and signs should be kept in the lab. And the lab should be clean before and after the test. And strict GLPs must be followed in the lab. And also vaccination to the lab staff must be done periodically. So this is all about the safety in hematology lab. Any more you want to add? Any more points? Other than this? Enough. Okay, thank you very much class for today.